Hey guys, so today I want to talk about my favorite jobs part-time for any person who's trying to save more money, because sometimes our main job isn't enough. And this one is mainly tailored towards millennials because the jobs I'm going to tell you guys about now are jobs that I've done. And I'm not really a millennial. I'm 24. It's 2020 and I'm 24. So you know what? I think I'm a millennial. I don't know. I don't really care what I am, but I'm something. I'm 24 years old and I've had multiple part-time jobs. So a little bit of background, I'm a full-time engineer. I graduated with my bachelor's in electrical engineering. And I've worked, ever since I graduated full-time as an engineer. But given that I want to not retire, but be able to retire earlier than 65, 60, right? More like 40, 45. I started looking at ways to get extra income. So I'm going to tell you guys 4 or 5 jobs that I think that any millennial can go out and either start working today or take a month to hone those skills and make more money just because you can. The first job I ever got coming out of college was tutoring. This was the interview process. I went and there was some other guy. And that was pretty formal, right? I'm wearing a button-up now, but it was a formal button-up. It wasn't a little Hawaiian lady button-up. Can you see? The thing about being a tutor is that you need to be quick on your feet, right? You have to be quick because there is no way that you're going to tutor chemistry, physics, statistics, all these math classes, calculus, geometry, and remember everything, especially if you don't dedicate yourself to that, I guess, what do you call it, material. And I'm a full-time engineer, so I'm not studying the whole day prepping for these lectures. And that's what the interview was mostly about. How quickly can you think on your feet? And I was able to think quickly on my feet. I developed this ability to kind of just talk, and then sometimes it'll make sense and sometimes it won't, but it sounds like it makes sense. Kind of like this video. Okay. I ended up getting the job. I ended up working there 2 days a week, but they liked me a lot. Surprisingly, these students wanted me to teach them. And of course there's drama here and there because not everybody likes you, but overall, they wanted me back. When I first started tutoring, the problem that I had was I don't think I'm good enough. Why is somebody going to pay me, when I started it was $25 an hour to tutor somebody? Even though I made more in my engineering job, still, someone's going to pay me $25 an hour? That's crazy. My mind was somewhere where I didn't believe I deserved this. I started off tutoring. I would go to this office. This job opened so many doors for me because I felt confident now in my abilities to tutor. Because I knew that this company was charging way more than they were paying me, which is rightfully so, right? That's their business. But it opened so many doors for me. So the next thing I did was promote myself. I went on Wizen.com and all these other websites and started getting clients here and there. Long story short, my rate is now $65 an hour. That was part-time job number 1. Part-time job number 2, some time ago, maybe 2 years ago, his assistant posted an ad saying, I need somebody to come and fix my Sonos speakers. And I used to intern for Sonos, but I don't know how to fix the speakers, right? But I still commented, hey, here's my resume. Always have your resume ready. Here's my resume. I worked for Sonos, and just by doing that, that's a name dropper. And she ended up contacting me. I met him, and I worked for him for a couple of weeks straight, every single day, for about 4 hours after work. And then I ended up bringing in my girlfriend. She has a full-time job now, thanks to him. And now she gets to work remotely, which is nice. So opportunities come if you just go knocking on doors. Part-time job number 3 was Uber. So while engineering, I wanted to Uber because Uber is super flexible. Uber is nice. Your car does get mileage, even though my car is pretty old, 2005, and I don't really mind putting miles on it because it has a lot already. And that's a con. You don't get paid for gas. You're a contractor, independent contractor, so that's part of your own business. So you don't get paid for that. You write those off. But the hours are really flexible. Do keep in mind though that if you do Uber, you don't know where the person that you're picking up wants you to take them. So there were a couple of times where in the morning I would say, I work at 7 today. Let me start Ubering at 6. I would pick somebody up. This actually happened one time. I picked somebody up at 6:45 at a hotel. His name was Gong. And He gets in the car. I'm like, how are you doing? He didn't speak English. And I have to take him to LAX. And you can't say no at that point. So I spent the next 2.5 hours in LA traffic from Santa Barbara to LA, taking the person because of Uber. And then you have to come back. So keep in mind that those things can happen. So plan for those, right? Part-time job number 4 that I've done is web development. So I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like people get this craving for learning new things, right? And that's my problem. So I said one day, a year ago, I want to be a web developer. So what did I do? I bought a book, I started reading, I went on YouTube, and I learned a lot. And I promoted myself on Craigslist. My name is Jaime Topete, and I will build your website, and da-da-da-da. And I had a couple of people who messaged me. And I realized how little I knew, but I got the job done. And I ended up getting paid $75 for like an hour and a half or 2. It was pretty good. So that was a good deal. That's the part-time job number 4. And then part-time job number 5 is just any that you can find on Craigslist. I mean, my skills are different. There are a lot of bookkeeping jobs out there. There are a lot of financial jobs, a lot of organization, admin, those kind of jobs. If you want a part-time job, Craigslist is the answer for you. I mean, other places like Indeed can help you out, especially for internships. If you're a millennial and you want to make more money, don't fall into these schemes like the drop shipping schemes and I'll buy a website on Fiverr and then you can make passive income. No, that's too much risk. Okay, that's too much risk. My goal for you is to invest in stocks, invest in real estate. But how do you get there? You work part-time jobs, right? That's what I do. So anyway, I hope that these tips help you out, millennials, right? Anybody who really wants to get their hands dirty and study and learn a new skill, make money. It definitely can happen. There's definitely money to be made. People like to outsource, and the only thing stopping you from getting these jobs is you and the fear. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My information is down below. Like this video, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next couple of videos. See you guys later. Bye.